Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Rina Indranti Ridwan, and I will present my material and the title A Pragma-Stylistic Analysis of President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan Inaugural Speech by Eromosl John Abuya. Table of content. There are 6 tables of content. The first, introduction, objective of the study, research question, theoretical framework, research methodology, and the last is conclusion. Language and politics. Schaffner, 2004, submit that in linguistic literature, political language has been used either to denote the use of language in the content of politics, that is, a specific language as with the purpose of achieving a politically motivated function, or it has been used to denote the political vocabulary, words, and phrases that refers to extra-linguistic phenomena in the domain of politics. The use of language in politics is for unique purpose and function, and there are 3 opinions of several scholars in recent time: Bear, Taiwo, and Graeber. The first, I will explain what the Bear says for a language in politics. Bear 2002 stated that looking at the language of politics as an occupation is important because it helps us to understand how language is used by those who wish to gain power, those who wish to exercise power, and those who wish to keep power. And the second, Taiwo 2009 observes that the study of language of politics has been carried within the framework of political rhetoric, linguistic stylistic, pragmatic discourse analysis, and critical discourse analysis. The last, Graeber 1981, observes that political discourses crop up when political actors in and out of government communicate about political matters for political purpose. The success of a political discourse will be determined by how effective politics utilize the channel opened up by language. Objective of the research, and this is of objective of the study. This is objective of the study. The study was primarily made to identify and analyze the various speech acts that manifest in the inaugural speech of President Goodluck Jonathan. The study further attempted to demonstrate how the identified future project the message of the president in the speech using the framework of speech act theory. Hence, the analysis was meant in general terms to show how the language of the speech is organized to communicate the political intention of President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. And there are 2 research questions. The first, what are the speech act type that manifest in the selected the political speech? And the second, are the identified speech act significances for meaning in the political speech? And this is research question. I will saying in the next slide. The next, theoretical framework, pragma-stylistic approach to meaning is a linguistic approach that borders on the intended meaning of the speaker, together with the destiny stylist of the speaker. Uh, and Ayomani 2005 posit the speech act theory is essentially concerned with how interlocutors understand one another in spite of the possibility of their saying what they do not mean and meaning what they know not said, and the theory falls into three classes: locutionary, elocutionary, and perlocutionary act. Okay, this is uh, explain lectionary, intellectionary, and perlectionary. And according to Austin 1962, the theory falls into three classes. I will explain what locutionary, electionary, and polytonary. The first, electionary act is defined by Austin 1962 as the utterance of certain noises, the utterances of certain words and construction, and the utterances are with certain meaning in the favorite philosophical sense and a certain references a driver. The electionary act, which is regarded by Dada 2004 as the core of the speech act theory, refers to the social act performed by the speaker. And the last, the perlocutionary act is the effect of the speaker's utterances of the hearer. That could be intended or unintended. And Cutting 2002 presented Shirley's clarification and electionary act as follows. And there are five classification, and then I will explain one by one. The first, declarative. Declarative is these are word and expression that change the word by the very utterance, such as I bid, I declare, and I resign. And the second, representative or assertive is these are acts in which the words state what the speaker believes to be the case, such as describing, claiming, hypothesizing, instating, and predicting. And the three, commissive. Commissive is this includes act in which the word commit the speakers to future action, such as promising, offering, threatening, refusing, vowing, and volunteering. And the fourth, directive. Directive. This category covers acts in which the words are aimed at making the hearer do something, such as commanding, requesting, inviting, forbidding, suggestion, and so on. And the last, expressive. Expressive. This last group includes acts in which the word states what the speaker feels, such as apologizing, praising, congratulating, deploring, and regretting. And research methodology. This is a research methodology, Act Theory Austin 1962 and Shirley 1969. And Austin and Shirley analysis the speech by President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. They find there are 20 data to analysis the speech, and when they analysis their interpreting of the analysis, this is a total percentage, and there are five total percentage for theory of Austin and Sorley. The first, commissive commissive to 75%, assertive 50-50%, declarative 44 45% and directive 10%. And this is the example of the data analysis. Have two data, data 1 and data 2, and this is example for this location. My dear comparative, I stand in humble gratitude to you this day, having just sworn to the oath of office as President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of our great nation, and the data too. I thank you, all fellow citizens, for trust and confidence which you have demonstrated through the power of your vote. Okay, the last is conclusion, and the aim of the study has been primarily to identify the speech act that manifests in the inaugural speech of President Goodluck Jonathan and demonstrate how the identified speech act type project meaning. Through the analysis of the president's speech, readers are better equipped in the application of speech act theory to speeches. Hence, further study on pragma-stylistic is recommended in strong terms for all forms of political discourses, especially through the linguistic framework of speech act theory. Okay, thank you, and assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.